This is Copyright for Instructional Designers by Allison S. Moreland. Copyright is a term that many of us have heard of but don't really understand. What does it mean? What can be copyrighted? When is an item considered to be copyrighted? What does all this mean for instructional designers? This video will explore copyright and its implications for instructional design. The United States Copyright Office defines copyright as a form of protection provided by the laws of the United States to authors of original works of authorship, including literary, dramatic, musical, artistic, and certain other intellectual works. The 1976 Copyright Act gives the right to the copyright owner to exclusive rights to reproduce the work, prepare derivative works, distribute copies of the work, perform or display a work publicly, transmit the work via digital audio transmission, or grant others the right to do so. According to the United States Copyright Office, copyright is secured upon creation of a work in its fixed form. This means that the work becomes the property of the owner who created it. Owners may wish to register the copyright to obtain a public record of the creation. Copyright can apply to many different creative works. These are displayed on the screen. Because copyright protection is enacted at the time of authorship, it immediately becomes the property of the author. In the case of a work being created in a work-for-hire relationship, the work's copyright becomes the property of the employer. Work-for-hire has been defined by the Copyright Office as either a work prepared by an employee within the scope of his or her employment, or a work specifically ordered or commissioned for use as any of the following: a contribution to a collective work, a part of a motion picture or other audiovisual work, a translation, a supplementary work, a compilation, an instructional text, a test, answer material for a test, or an atlas. Copyright has many implications for instructional designers. Two critical factors for instructional designers to consider are fair use and intellectual property. Fair use provides for the use of copyrighted material for educational purposes. Fact-based works may be used freely with citations. However, only a small portion of an original work should be used. Finally, you may not cause the original author to lose money. According to the copyright site, intellectual property provides ownership of unique and unobvious products of the human mind. Intellectual property has been defined as patents, trademarks, copyrights, and trade secrets. It's important to know that instructional designers who work for or contract with an employer or client may not have rights to the intellectual property they create. Copyright is critical for instructional designers to consider. Instructional designers should be well versed in the implications of copyright law, and many resources are available for learning, including the United States Copyright Office website, the Copyright Site, a resource for educators, and instructionaldesign.org, which is a resource for instructional designers. References used for the development of this video are displayed on screen. Thank you for your interest in copyright law for instructional designers.